Have you ever felt the desperate urge to change your life overnight? You see an ad for a masterclass, a guru promising to teach you the secrets of wealth, confidence, or leadership for a hefty fee. You think, if I just pay this person, if I just take this course, I will become the person I dream of being. We live in the age of the expert. We believe that success is a technical skill that can be bought and transferred, like a file on a hard drive. But is it? Can you really be taught how to be a good and successful human being? Or is that something you have to forge yourself? Today, we are traveling back 2,400 years to the streets of Athens to witness the ultimate showdown between the world's first celebrity, influencer, a man named Protagoras, and the barefoot philosopher Socrates. The book is Plato's Protagoras. It starts with a scene that feels incredibly modern. A young man named Hippocrates wakes Socrates up before dawn, banging on his door, breathless with excitement. Why? Because Protagoras is in town. This young man is ready to pay any amount of money to become Protagoras' student. He believes this guru holds the key to his future. Socrates, being the master of stopping us in our tracks, asks him a simple, terrifying question. You are about to hand over your soul to a stranger to be trained. Do you even know what he teaches? Do you know if it will make you better or worse? This dialogue is not just a debate. It is a warning. It is a warning about the danger of unexamined education and the merchant of knowledge. Today, we are going to explore whether virtue, the art of living well, can actually be taught, or if we are just buying expensive illusions. The core message of Protagoras cuts through the noise of our self-help culture. It revolves around the definition of virtue, arete, and the unity of virtues. Protagoras, the sophist, claims he can teach political virtue, essentially, how to be successful and powerful in society. He treats character traits like separate skills. You can learn public speaking here, courage there, and strategy over there. He views life as a set of disconnected tools. Socrates challenges this with a radical idea: virtue is knowledge. Not just any knowledge, but a singular, unified understanding of what is good. You cannot be brave but foolish. You cannot be temperate but unjust. Socrates argues that all good qualities are actually the same thing: wisdom. If you truly know what is good, you will do it. If you fail to do good, it's not because you are weak-willed, it's because you are ignorant. This shifts the entire paradigm. We don't need tips and tricks for success. We need a fundamental rewiring of how we perceive value. The core philosophy here is that character is not a checklist of skills. It is a single state of intellectual clarity. Let's break this down into 3 profound insights that will change how you make decisions. Insight number 1, the danger of the soul merchant. When Socrates warns the young Hippocrates, he uses a powerful metaphor about food. If you go to the market to buy food, you can take it home in a jar and ask an expert if it's safe before you eat it. But knowledge is different. You cannot carry knowledge away in a jar. When you pay a guru or listen to an influencer, you take that idea directly into your soul immediately. There is no filter. If the idea is bad, the damage is instant. This is a massive wake-up call for us in the information age. We consume content voraciously: podcasts, reels, articles. We let strangers program our values, our desires, and our fears. Plato is telling us, audit your teachers. Before you pay with your money or your attention, realize that you are exposing your psyche, your mind and soul to potential poison. The insight is that we must be far more skeptical of those who sell wisdom for a profit than those who sell us rotten meat. Insight number 2, the measuring art as the cure for procrastination. This is perhaps the most practical tool in the book. Socrates argues against the idea of Akrasia, the idea that we knowingly do bad things because we are overcome by pleasure. We've all been there. I know I should work out, but I'm going to watch Netflix instead. We think we are weak. Socrates says, no, you are just bad at math. He introduces the measuring art. He argues that no one chooses pain. When we choose the pleasure of laziness, now it's because we have failed to calculate the massive pain of regret and poor health later. It's a perspective error. Just as a building looks small from far away, the future pain looks small because it is distant. The insight here is, bad habits are not moral failures. They are calculation errors. To fix your life, stop beating yourself up for being weak. Instead, get better at measuring. Bring the future into the present. Visualize the long-term pain so vividly that it outweighs the short-term pleasure. Virtue is the art of measuring correctly. Insight number 3. The paradox of teaching. The dialogue ends in a hilarious irony. Protagoras, who claims he can teach virtue, ends up arguing that virtue is based on feelings and conventions, which implies it can't really be taught scientifically. Socrates, who claims he can't teach anything, ends up arguing that virtue is pure knowledge, which implies it should be teachable. What does this mean for us? It means that true wisdom cannot be passively consumed. You cannot just sit in a lecture hall or watch a YouTube video and become wise. If virtue is knowledge, it must be realized from within, through questioning and struggle. Protagoras wanted to give speeches, Socrates wanted to ask questions. The insight is that you cannot outsource your character development. A mentor can guide you, but they cannot install virtue into you like software. You have to do the heavy lifting of thinking for yourself. So how do we apply this to our lives tomorrow? First, apply the food taster rule. Tomorrow, before you blindly accept advice from a podcast, a news channel, or a charismatic leader, pause. Ask yourself, if this idea is false, what damage will it do to my worldview? Don't let ideas enter your soul without a security check. Second, practice the hedonistic calculus. Next time you are tempted to procrastinate or eat junk food, don't rely on willpower. Rely on measurement. Pull the future pain of that action right in front of your face. Make the calculation explicit. Remind yourself, I am not choosing pleasure. I am choosing a small pleasure now for a giant pain later. That is a bad deal. Finally, seek dialogue, not monologue. Protagoras loved to give long speeches to impress crowds. Socrates loved short questions to find the truth. In your meetings, your relationships, and your learning, stop looking for people who just broadcast. Look for people who challenge you to think. Protagoras reminds us that the most expensive thing you can buy is a false map to a good life. Don't be like the young Hippocrates, rushing in the dark to pay for answers. Be like Socrates. Stay awake, ask the hard questions, and measure your life with wisdom.